So far, we've already been rocking. Morning, Discord. I've been kind of lazy of uploading all my items to eBay. I just haven't done it in like a couple weeks. But when I got through all of those Pokemon games, I decided to go ahead and just upload as much as I possibly could in like an hour or so. And because of that, eBay's been doing sales now, and I've been selling some stuff, and I sold some things. We sold Need for Speed Hot Pursuit manual. We got 8 for that. We sold the Game Boy Advance Golden Sun for $40, and then we sold our Super Smash Bros. Melee for $50. Last 2 days, we've actually scored some stuff at Goodwill, and today is no different. Essentially, my Goodwill has moved their video games from the glass case or behind the glass case to closer to the books and the movies and the DVD section in my area. And there is 2 to 3 different resellers that go on a daily basis to Goodwill and thrift stores. They mostly deal with books. But now because the games are right next to the DVDs and book sections, essentially if there's any more new games, they tend to snipe them if I don't get there around the same time and have to fight them, which I really don't want to do. Driving over there, I was already late, and I was like, dang, man, I really hope they don't have games and the resellers grab them. And it's like fighting tooth and nails with these guys. Sometimes I've seen them push each other just for books, at least 2 to 3 of them, and I'm like, I'm not getting involved in that. I don't want to touch that. And now I'm gonna kind of have to, I will mow the down. I will beat some bitches for video games for you guys, all right? Don't worry about it. I got your back.
Looks like we might be due for a big old storm of chaos.
Hopefully that's not going to be a bigger issue or a problem, but essentially, when I got there, I was a little late. It was like 8:30, and I walked by, and there actually was some new games that they just put out. Now, I noticed one of the resellers actually just had a whole bunch of games in his cart already. It was a bunch of PlayStation 2 and PlayStation games. So I was like, oh great, he's already sniped a whole bunch of decent ones. And so I looked through the lot and I found a couple. We got Grind 2 for the Xbox 360 complete. We have Tony Hawk's Project 8 no manual, and this is a brand new sealed Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock. This is the not for resale, so it was the bundled one. And then we got a copy of Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. Now, there's one more game still in this lot, but I'll tell you a story about this. Sly Cooper, essentially, I was looking through the lot, and then I talked to the reseller. I talked to him here and there, and I was like, I noticed you grabbed some games. Is there anything good in there? He's like, I haven't really scanned them through. I know PlayStation games can hold some value and PS2 games, and he had a couple in there. And I was like, let me take a look. I can tell you which ones are good or bad, or I don't know. And so we looked through the lot. He didn't have a lot. There was a couple PlayStation games that were worth like $6. Nothing crazy. A lot of sports games for the PlayStation. And then he had some PlayStation 2 games. Sly Cooper was the best one that he grabbed. It wasn't the best one I grabbed. Essentially, he said $12 was a little low even for him. I'm okay with paying like $3 to $5 around that 50% margin to make, a couple bucks here and there, especially getting some of the games that you don't see very often. I can't keep Sly Coopers in stock anyways, even for the PlayStation 3. So I was like, he's like, do you want it? And I was like, yeah, I'll take it. That's fine. I'm okay making a couple bucks on that. But he definitely did not grab the best game in the whole entire lot. And I wasn't sure, but when I saw it, I grabbed it anyways because you don't see it very often. But I'll show you right now. We have 50 cents. Blood on the Sand. This guy is complete with the manual and everything. Right now, I've never had that game in the store, and I didn't even know how much it was worth. And then I was walking around I had Grind, Guitar Hero, and Project 8 in my hands, and I grabbed 50 cent. And I went around and just scanned them really quick to make sure that they're okay with the value I own, because I knew they were at least double what I paid. And when I scanned 50 cent, I was like, what?
Money!
When I scanned that game, I was like, oh my gosh, finally, I did not lose to resellers that sells books compared to me who sells video games. Thank God. So we'll go into price charting. I already scanned it. Here it is. Loose. This game goes for $80. Complete goes for $80. Now that's price charting's prices for these. Let's check out eBay and see if it's going for, oh, Jesus, less or more. Let's go. So right now, we just looked it up. There's a couple copies right now available. Let's go to sold comps. Let's see, 92, 84, 80, 100, 109, and then let's see, 69, 120, brand new, pre-owned 100. So these things are selling between $80 and $100. I'm processing these games in a little bit, but I want to get this stack of PS4 games stacked right here. There's some decent stuff in here. Just I want to fill out the PS4s a little bit. Maybe even some of the Xboxes. These PlayStation 2 games are in the lower dollar value. Nothing crazy. Even if we have San Andreas, I mean, there's some stuff in here. Skater 4. Okay, there's things in here that I should get out, which I haven't. I realized my stupid label came off again. A couple customers came in, we're just BSing. They're waiting for their lift, but essentially Travis just messages me out of the blue. Just bought a PS3 for $50. And, you know, he got a bonus disc of NCAA football for the PS3. Yeah, I mean, I thought I did pretty good with my 50 cent, and he just gets a PlayStation 3 and one of the highest games right now on that system, especially sports titles. You know, all the time. I get something good, and then he just has to show me up.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
Sitting here doing nothing. Really, I'm just on Facebook seeing if I can find anything for you guys, because the new laptop over here, I'm going to test it out. We finally got some stuff figured out, but now I have to wait for updates since we just restarted it, so we're just waiting. Who knows how long it's going to take. I guess, you know, this is a perfect time, since I'm sitting around doing nothing, waiting for this computer anyways. Oh, wait. Not be waiting for long. I doubt it. I think they still have to update and install, so it's still going to be a while. I guess maybe we can look at Travis's NES and his PS4 and his controller and his other controller. Yes. We did the modification to it. Put it in. Don't have to push down. Don't have to do anything. Should just power on. And there you go. Good to go. Just finished restarting. Let's see what's going on with that. So I'll show you what this thing's doing in a second. It turns on perfectly fine. You kind of hear it. It's like running. The disc tray is running. And then once it restarts, see, there it goes again. You can hear it. It kind of doesn't know what it's doing. This tray is just going by itself. So here we go. And it doesn't take a disc. There is no disc inside here at all. See, it's trying to push something out, but it won't take anything in. Tray is having some issues. Fix the PS4. Essentially what was happening, if you take this tiny spring off here, let's see if I can do it for you guys, which this was not on here. This wasn't even inside here. I had to flip it over to see if I could find it inside the disc tray. So what happens is, the way it's supposed to work is this black thing essentially tells these sensors back here that, hey, start rolling these pins and then moving everything forward and down. But let's say that this guy right here, that tiny little spring that was right here, this was not attached. So we're going to eject it. It comes out perfectly fine. But if you notice that this black thing does not return back to center, because there is no motorized mechanism to do that. It is essentially the tiny spring that's attached right here and to the side of the tray that tells that plastic black piece to go back to center. For example, there's the spring, it's back, so you notice now with the spring on it, it goes back to center, it snaps back. So essentially that tells this back sensor right here that, hey, stop rolling anything, open up this tray, don't move anything. And then if you put the disc in, you notice that sensor back there gets hit, and then the rollers start moving, and then the game starts spinning. Now, you notice that right now, this black tray is essentially all the way open. So that would suggest that there's a game. That means there's this little plastic piece that's in here that's up, that protects it so you can't slide any more games in. So we're going to hit eject. I'll come back. And then once you take the disc out, our black thing goes back to center, says there's no game in it, don't do anything. So these two sensors are important, and this tiny little spring back here that was off inside here is very important to say, hey, there's no game in here, there's nothing in here, don't do anything. Oh, there's something. So we've gone ahead and fixed this up right here for Travis. This is all done. I'm going to put this back together. It's fairly clean inside as well. So I'm not going to take the rest of it apart. This is a good PlayStation 4 ready to go. We got Travis's PS4 back together. We're going to test the PlayStation 4 with Mass Effect Andromeda. So we're going to let that load. And, oh, look at our computer's booted back up. What do you know? We got those done. We had a customer come in, and so we were chit-chatting before we were leaving. I'm still having issues with this computer, with the drivers issues with these two printers right now. So I'm trying to figure that out. So the customer I was talking to actually just brought in a practically brand new Pokemon Heart Gold. The game inside is still sealed. The outer box is a little crushed, but in general, he's just trying to get an idea of what I think something like that would be worth. And I told him what I would consider buying it for in the condition it's in. Then I started doing even more research, and just the sealed game inside, brand new, is worth about $500. And then on charting, a complete one with a Pokewalker, brand new, is going around $550. So I believe, actually, even my opinion, it might be even worth more, but I would have to look on eBay and see comps and see if I see anything that is close to the same quality of that item. But responsible, I wouldn't take anything less than $500 for that thing. Because we don't have our label printer working properly, we didn't process these, so we're still working on trying to get this HP laptop we just got working. And we did sell Arceus. Bye-bye, Arceus. You see Pokemon games actually get better and better from coming up from Arceus and seeing how well it was perceived. Great game, fun game. If you haven't played it yet, definitely check it out. That's going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to level up.